Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Amy and this is Thrift Adventure. Today I'll be doing another ship with me video. In these videos I go day to day and I share all the items that I'm shipping out each day. You want to be sure to watch all the way to the end because I always have interesting and unique items, and hopefully you can learn some new things to keep your eyes out for when you're out thrifting. Okay, today is Monday, July 22nd. Poshmark was dismal again over the weekend. These are my sales from Saturday afternoon, Sunday, and Monday morning. I only had 2 sales on Poshmark, but I did have a few exciting sales in person, so I'll go ahead and get started. The first item that sold is this semi-vintage Black Hills Gold cross necklace. Now it's actually a sterling silver chain and pendant, and then it has this teeny bit of Black Hills Gold leaves on it. And this ended up selling for $80. I'm pretty excited about that. This also came from that estate sale where I spent $890. If you didn't watch last week's video, I did a update on how much I have sold from that sale and how much profit I have made, and boy oh boy, I just still can't believe it. It's the estate sale that keeps on giving, as some of you have said. It is at the end of that video that I do the update, but if you didn't watch, I have, from that $890, I have made $4,080 in sales in approximately 5 months, just from items I bought at that sale. I'm thrilled with that because, as I've said over and over again, I was pretty worried when I spent $890 at one sale. Okay, back to this. This sold for $80. I paid $3. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $61. I'm just using a little recycled box. I bought a piece of jewelry on Poshmark and someone sent me this, so I am going to pass it along to someone else. And you know what? I might actually wrap some ribbon around that too, because it feels like it could potentially come open. I did have a question about the little boxes that I use a lot for my jewelry, and they are these little Tupperware type boxes. I haven't mentioned it in a while, but I get them at the dollar store and they come in packs of 10. Let me grab what they look like. So this is what they look like at the dollar store, and they are actually meant for food storage, but I think they work nice, and I'm hopeful that someone can reuse them for something else. My Dollar Tree usually puts them on the same aisle that the Tupperware is on, and they're usually hung on the end caps. Okay, so did I say my profit was $61 for this? I am really excited about another great profit. The next item that sold is this cute little band ring. It has scroll work and it kind of has a heart motif on it. This really wasn't listed very long, maybe only a couple of weeks. I did have this listed quite a bit higher, I think for $59, and the buyer offered me $28. Because it was just a standard sterling silver ring, it didn't have like a designer mark or name brand or anything, and because my sales were slow, I just decided to go ahead and accept that $28. I had paid a little bit more for this. I paid $6 for it. This was also an item that was in a lot from another dealer, so I paid a little bit more, but I still made a profit of $16.40. I am excited, just to keep moving things through. And as I've mentioned over and over again, it's the summer of sales, and so I am motivated to accept offers. Also, someone mentioned, I think in last week's video, that they didn't see Bolo, our little stuffed animal friend in the background, and I had moved him out of the way to do something, and I forgot to move him back, but he's been there. He's just been sitting behind me. So I moved him again so that you could see him, just for fun. Okay, so I had a customer come in and spend $600 on a few different items. For those of you who haven't heard before, I rent a building and it has multiple rooms. I work out of this room and I store my items, some of my items in this room, and then I have another room where I have my furniture and home decor kind of set up like a living room so people can come in and take a look at things. This customer was all the way from when we had a store downtown, and I hadn't talked to him, I think, in 6 or 8 years, and he just randomly was looking for something, and so he gave me a call and made an appointment and came in. He ended up buying 2 clocks and 2 glass bowls. So I have pictures of all but one of the clocks. The first clock I'll go ahead and insert here. It was a big mid-century starburst, sunburst wall clock, and he paid $350 for that. I got it at an estate sale for $40, so that made my profit $310. He also bought another really cool clock. It was quite large, probably 3 feet by 1.5 feet, and it was like a diamond shape. It was also from the 60s or 70s. It had like a faux wood background, and it was not working. Neither of them were working, but the big sunburst, I can easily replace the mechanism. I can order one on Amazon, and you just unscrew it and screw it back on. It's pretty easy. The other one was a wind up and it was missing the key. It may have been relatively easy to fix too, but I had it priced at $120. I had paid $12 for it at an estate sale, so that made my profit $108. If I can find a picture of it somewhere, I'll put it in here, but I don't think that I have one. He then also bought an art glass ashtray, really cool little piece that's clear on the outside with green inside, and it had what they call summer sew, I think that's how you pronounce it, where it's 2 colors and the color on the interior is kind of floating. He paid $85 for that. I paid $5 for it, so that made my profit $80. He then also bought this cute little blue floral, I think it was originally meant to be an ashtray also, and he paid $45 for that. I paid $3, so that made my profit $42. So overall, I profited $540 from that in-person sale, and he paid cash. He has always paid cash all the way in the past, and I of course really appreciate that because then I don't have to pay any processing fees. But I'm very thankful that I have multiple places that I sell, so that when one website is not slow, or one website is slow, then somewhere else may not be slow and I may have sales. So currently I sell on Poshmark, I sell on Chairish.com, I sell on Facebook Marketplace, very little. I kind of go in spurts, but usually I just post furniture on there and cash local pickup only. I don't ship through Facebook Marketplace, and I don't accept any electronic payment methods when I'm dealing with people that I don't know. And then I also sell in person, so I have a business Facebook page, and because I've been doing this under this business for so long, people will refer other people to me, or they'll call me here and there when they are looking for something. So I do think it's important to diversify your business when you are ready to do that, because it's really great to, you know, get lifted up from one website or in person if Poshmark's not going very well. So I think, you know, it is July, which is my worst month of the year typically, but I did not list hardly at all last week. Very few new listings. I did have my Posher VA doing relists for me, 11 a day. So they delete the old listing and relist it as a new listing. So I still was having that activity, but I I think that somehow the algorithm can sense when it's a brand new listing versus an old listing. So I need to get back on track with that. We are, this week, my husband and I will be celebrating our 20-year wedding anniversary. I'm so happy and proud that, we have made it this far. Overall, we really have a wonderful relationship. This weekend, we're just going to do a quick trip to celebrate our anniversary now. We're going to go to Hood River, Oregon, and just kind of relax and, eat and walk around the downtown, maybe sit by the river. And then hopefully in the coming months, we'll be having some bigger trips. So maybe next year, or we are planning to go to Europe, and that should be early next year that we do this and do that. And then there may be some other trip depending on finances that we'll do at the end of the year. We're just kind of waiting to work out some things before we decide for sure how much money we're gonna spend. Okay, don't go anywhere. This video will continue with what else I sell this week. Also, if you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would really appreciate it. That way you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. Hi again, it's Wednesday and I have a couple really exciting sales to share with you today. I have 6 things going out, which is really exciting. Okay, so let's get started. The first item that sold is this pair of little turquoise earrings. And these are by Carolyn Pollock. This is one of her lines. This is QT Quack, Quoc, I believe. So she designed a number of different lines, brand, I don't know exactly what to call it, for QVC and HSN. So there's a number of different marks that fall under her name. So I would recommend kind of looking those up. These sold for $55. I have gotten some really great prices for all of the pieces of hers that I purchased at that $890 estate sale. And there are 2 more pieces from that haul that I sold today. One of them is really, really exciting. So I paid, so yes, look up Carolyn Pollock. You can just look up that name on eBay. Maybe look at sold listings and look at the different brands and what they sell for to kind of know what to keep your eyes out for at sales and even thrift stores. Because, a thrift store might price something up because it's sterling silver, but even if they price it at $10 or $15 and you know that it's a designer and it's going to sell for a higher price, it might be worth paying up a little bit. Okay, so like I said, I paid $3. So after posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $41. The next item that sold is a pair of vintage Mexican Tasco earrings. And these are clip-on kind of button earrings. Let's see, can you see that? Some of these Tasco pieces, see there's the mark. If there are certain designers or styles, they can have good values. I haven't had terribly great luck with their pieces. I guess I haven't found, pieces from that area of Mexico. So I believe it's a city in Mexico that jewelry is made out of. Sometimes I forget and say that incorrectly, but some of the pieces can be quite valuable. So you want to, do research if you find something from this, with these marks. These only sold for $20 though. I haven't done very great with the clip-on earrings, and these have been listed forever and a day. I had them listed higher, but I got that offer for $20, and because they've been listed for so long, I just said, take it. These were also given to me, so my cost of goods is $0. So after posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $16. I'm just fine with that. I can move it out of there and make room for something new. Okay, the next item is another piece from that $890 estate sale haul. Not sure if you can see this. Yeah, there you go. So it has multiple different colored gemstones. It's sterling silver, and then it has some real gold details, kind of scroll details. This piece was marked. I could tell it was a nicer piece. Trying to remember. And of course I cannot see it without my glasses, but I was able to find out what this mark was for, and it is for Michael Valetti. And his pieces retail for pretty high amounts, $200–300. And there were quite a few of his rings that I got from that sale. So a lot of times, again, it pays to do research on marks because that can increase the value of a piece of jewelry. This sold for $116. I'm thrilled with that. I think this buyer liked it and got a 10% off offer. And so this would have had discounted shipping. I paid $3 for this at that estate sale. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $87.78. I am absolutely thrilled with that. You know, I'm sure you guys are almost tired of hearing, or for sure tired of hearing me talk about this, but wouldn't it be amazing if we could come upon estate sales like that a couple times a year? You know, I mean, really, this has really boosted my sales so significantly. Now I'm probably, with this other item that I sold, I'm almost to $5,000 in sales. I mean, that just makes a huge difference in a small business. I'm just thankful that I listened to my gut and not what other people said, and I took the time and went through that jewelry, and that I paid up and got good stuff. Okay, the next item that sold is this vintage brooch. It is a costume jewelry piece. I believe that it is Victorian era. It is pretty scratched up, you know, and I believe that's a replacement clasp there. This only sold for $20. I don't know. It could have been more valuable. There was no maker's marks or anything like that, but it's been listed for quite some time. And I got this offer for $20, and I just decided to go ahead and accept it. I had paid $3 for this as well. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $13. Okay, now for the real biggie. So this is a real gold bracelet. Can't remember what style this link is called, but I looked it up. It is a long length, so it is 8 inches long. So I listed it under men's and women's because this could fit a men's wrist or a woman, you know, maybe a plus size woman or someone who has larger wrists. So I listed it under both categories. I got an offer for $650. I accepted that. It made sense for what the gold value is and the decorative value. So I am happy with that sale price for sure. This was only $3 at that sale. Don't overlook things, because some gold pieces, depending on the weight, can have really great values, or some designer pieces. Now this does have some little dents on it. Let's see, are you going to be able to see that? I did, of course, put that in the description and in the photos. This is marked with a gold mark. I'm going to package this up off camera because I'm going to take a picture of it on the scale with the box and the bubble wrap, so that I can show what the weight of it is when I shipped it. It is going to the Poshmark facility to be verified. I don't know exactly what they do with jewelry there, but I assume they have a jewelry expert there who tests it and looks at the marks and verifies the information that I provided. This is not the first high dollar jewelry piece that I have sent in there. I've probably sent in 6 or 10 pieces that were over $500 in the past, and everything has gone smoothly. So fingers crossed that everything goes smoothly with this as well, because after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that makes my profit $517. So excited about that. Now for sales like this, you know, I get excited, but I do not consider it a done deal until the money is in my account. Again, I have not had an issue with higher dollar sales on Poshmark in the past, but nothing is guaranteed until you have the money. So I am going to be excited, but I'm not going to go out shopping until I get that money. Okay, the next item that sold is just this vintage black leather belt with red insert here. And this is actually by Wrangler. This has been listed quite a while. It was different than what I normally pick up, but I thought it was cool. And you know how well I have done in the past with belts. So I am always experimenting with different types. This sold for $25. The buyer made me an offer. I paid about $3 for this. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $17. You know, I have some huge profits and some not so huge profits. And like I say, it all adds up, and I'm just appreciative for every sale that I have. Okay, that is it for today, but don't go anywhere. I will be back tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon, to share what else I sell, because we're going to leave early Friday morning to go to Hood River, like I said, to celebrate our anniversary. So I will be back to share what else I sell. Hi again, it is Thursday afternoon and I just have one more sale to ship out, but it is a bundle of 4 items and it's sold to one of you guys. Thank you so much, Beth Ann. You have been so generous and kind with your purchases from me and with your comments on YouTube. It just means so much to me. So this bundle sold for $300. There was 4 items in it, like I said. The first item is a set of earrings and matching necklace. These are sterling silver with mother of pearl, and the brand is just called E-L-L-E. They have little ruby gemstones on the back too, and then it has a matching necklace. This was a very expensive set new. They sell this brand at fine jewelry stores, and it's really nice quality, heavy, just nice stones, but this took forever to sell. I've had this listed probably over 2 years. I don't know why it didn't sell. Maybe people aren't familiar with that L brand. I'm not really sure. But I am happy that it finally sold and that it's going to one of you guys. That just really makes me happy. I think most recently I had this listed for $89 or $129. I apologize that I don't remember for sure because I have had it listed so long and I have, you know, relisted it, updated the pictures, done all the stuff to try and get it to sell. And finally, somebody fell in love with it. And Beth Ann, I think you really are going to love this because, like I said, the quality is really nice on this. And the woman that I bought it from had really expensive taste. I bought some David Yurman pieces from her as well. So I know that was an expensive piece to begin with. Okay, the next item in the bundle is this really pretty necklace with turquoise and lapis. I think there might be a little chunk of coral on there. It's on a sterling silver chain, and this is by, I think it's either Studio Barse or Barse Studio. Another really nice jewelry maker. This wasn't listed a terribly long time. I actually got this from another seller on Poshmark, and she was doing mystery boxes, and there was a bunch of necklaces tangled up in the center of the mystery box. She listed it as, let's see, what did she, I can't remember what she said, but she didn't say that there was any silver or gold in there, and there ended up being, silver in there for sure. So I paid less than $1 for that. When I talked about that seller before, a couple of you asked me if I'd give her name, and I don't think I'm going to. I'm sorry. If she has any more mystery boxes, I kind of want to buy them. Sorry. So that, I think I had it listed for $39 or $49. And then the next item is this really unique labradorite ring. It's a handmade piece. Look at that iridescent flash on that stone. It is a gorgeous large stone. It's really interesting. It has the setting is this wire wrapped, so definitely handmade, and then there is a little piece of smoky quartz there, and then the stone is like a checkered board facet cut. Really unusual, unique piece. So I hope you really love that. I think I might have had this listed for $49 or $59. And Beth Ann made me a very reasonable offer. I think it was about 25% off my asking price. I'm sorry, I'm getting ready to go out of town, so I'm kind of a little scatterbrained. And then the last item in her bundle is this really pretty Michael Kors bag. And it comes with the matching wristlet inside. It is very lightly used. Not very much wear at all. Let's see, I'm going to get these out of the way here. And actually, I bought this for myself some time ago. I picked it up off of Facebook Marketplace, and I paid $40 for the set. I had, let's see, how do I want to do this? I had the, I think I want to do it this way. I had the gray one just like this, and I still have it, and I wore it a ton. So I thought, ooh, I really like this kind of, you know, aqua sea green color. I'm going to get that because this retailed for about $200, I think. And then I just never really reached for it. I think the color just didn't quite work with my wardrobe that well, but I really liked the soft leather on this. It's also reversible to like a metallic silver color. And I had this listed for $129 or $149. I can't remember for sure, but like I said, she made me a really fair offer. So, like the 4 items sold for $300. I paid $61 for everything. So $40 for this. I paid $10 for the ring. I paid $10 for the sterling silver necklace and earring set, and then less than $1 for that other necklace. So after posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $179. I am absolutely thrilled and thankful for this sale and for you guys being so kind and generous with me. I just am blown away. Okay, so it's only Thursday, but like I said, I'm going out of town early tomorrow morning, so I'm just going to tell you what I have sold so far this week, and it has turned out to be a really fruitful week. My total sales were $1,894. My total cost of goods was $145, and my total profit was $1,488.18. I'm so excited to have this great of a week in July, and I think I've almost doubled the amount of sales that I did last July on Poshmark versus this July. So that is awesome. I sold a total of 15 items. My average sale price was $126.33. My average cost of goods was $9.66. And my average profit was $99.21 per item. That is the kind of week that I want to have. You know, of course, I had some big sales mixed in there. That $650 bracelet really, you know, makes every other stat go up. But those are my averages and my stats nonetheless for this week, and I'm just thrilled with that. So I think that is all. I don't think I'm going to tack on anything extra to this week's video. Hopefully I'll have time to get a little bit of a thrift with me video while we are going to Hood River. We are going to stop at the Dalles Goodwill, and then also in Hood River they have a boutique Goodwill. I don't know if you guys have ever been to one of those or if you have those in your area, but it's just a smaller, they have them in quite a few in Oregon, quite a few in Portland, and then this one in Hood River. And it's just a smaller Goodwill, and it is set up like a high-end boutique. And they pull the high-end pieces that the other Goodwills get as donations. And then they set it up all nice. It's all decorated nice. Of course, the prices are significantly higher there. But I think that would be fun to take you guys in there in case you guys don't have anything like that in your area. Because if you're looking to buy things for yourself, or I've also found things for resale there, but it's just an easier shopping experience. And my husband prefers shopping there because, you know, things are put into sizes for real. They really keep them organized. Sometimes they'll have like a brand rack or a vintage rack. Usually they have a really nice jewelry selection, a really nice handbag selection. So I think you guys will think it's fun to see that. Again, thank you so very much for watching. I always appreciate it when you guys hit that subscribe button, give my videos a thumbs up, and make comments. All those things really help me out. I will see you guys all next week. T-Bird, can you say give this video a thumbs up? Huh? No, don't. Pretty bird.